Hey everyone, Crypto Panda here. We are back here Thursday. We just had an update to the game where we got all of these new focuses. And you can see here we pulled a flying focus on my champion account here, Diamond Champion. Hopefully we'll be pushing into champion today. We're only 155 points. I have been playing in modern this season. So we will go ahead and briefly show you my deck we'll be playing with today. We will be playing Modern, so Untamed, Dice, Chaos, and some of the rewards cards will be the only thing that we'll be able to use. Still haven't maxed out my Grandmaster Wraith. I've seen it been played a lot, but just haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet. But you can see we have most of the Untamed Dice and Untamed, as well as Chaos Summoners here, so we should do okay. Hop straight into our first battle. Anxious to see what earning reward shares without focusing on whatever your focus is going to work. Hopefully we'll be able to grind out more chests than normal. How do you guys feel about the changes so far in the split on Modern and Wild? I have noticed that on my other accounts, Wild does seem to be easier with all of the bots, while Modern has mainly players in it right now. It can be a little more challenging, especially in those lower leagues. So I think we're going to go with Mylor in this situation. We got Fog of War and no healing. See, I'm already looking for ways to put in flyers. We'll see if something like this works. So they did go for a very similar strategy, except they've got that return fire there at the beginning. Will probably not work out that great for me. Well, we were able to take him out pretty good. It's a good thing we did bring in Oppressor. And that's that. So we used one flying monster, so we should have gotten a 10% bonus. Does look like we got about 57,000 reward shares. You can see the focus cards was only at 10%. I guess I'm also on a little bit of a win streak. And our guild gives us another 7. And I did start today with right at a 100% ECR. I had been letting my account recover the last couple of days in preparation for the change to the ECR formula. But you can see there we got a little bit over a whole chest for our first win, while only playing one focus card. I think that's a dramatic improvement in and of itself for the higher leagues. It's just so hard to spam something at the higher end game type players. Our collections are just so vast, it's very difficult. I think we're going to go with Lear here. Try to stack up a good amount of magic. for our tank. I think we're going to go with the Legionnaire because of his Void Shield. So they did play a Grandmaster Wraith here. Sacrifice 2 spots for non-attacking monsters. But that Amplify is going to be devastating, I feel. Believe we are going to lose this one pretty epically. Not even sure if we will take out a single card. Well, we did get one down, and of course it was immediately resurrected. Did finally bring down a second card there. We do not have the damage to go through the rest of the team here. We will take that loss. Weak magic, only the color that you choose. I think we have to go Jotun here. Gonna start because I know I want that speed and repair. And aside from that, I believe that I'm going to focus mainly on being quick. I believe we're going to run something like that. We did bring in a Spark Pixies, which will count as a flying monster if we win. I am so glad that they added more focuses in. And after looking at the list, a lot of them look like they'll be a lot of fun to play. And I believe this will make Gold League and up a lot more competitive because you won't see so many players just playing the same color over and over and over. If anyone out there is looking for a guild, our Praetorian Pandas Cubs Guild is recruiting right now actively. I believe we have 3 open spots. There's no minimum requirements to join other than you're being active, and there's also no type of mandatory donations or anything like that in our Cubs Guild. If you do join our clubs, though, and are interested in seeking our main guild, it is more competitive, and we do have a lot more rules and mandatory donations and more structure in our main guild. Well, we may get a surrender here and not even get to see the battle play out. That's exactly what happened. Well, out of 3 battles, we've taken 2 wins and almost gotten 2 chests. That's pretty good. I'd say that that's well above average. I have to admit, I am a little upset about the ECR changes, I guess, because I am one of those players that play all day, every day on this game. And it may be across many accounts, but there'll easily be days where I'll take ECR from 100 to 30 or 40%. I believe we're going to have to go with Mylor in this situation, simply because I want the Amplified Thorns. We'll also take some healers and Inspire. This is a 99. I really should be looking at my monsters. I think we will take an Oaken Behemoth. Warchang is one of my favorite in melee only. It's got that archer damage plus the retaliate, makes a fantastic rear card. I believe we're going to run it something like that. We will be facing a Kalia here. They did bring a double Demoralize plus an Inspire. They also got that blind going. Hopefully the Amplified Thorns will do its work though. At least we got to retaliate there before we died. Another retaliate's fantastic. Although I don't think we've got the life left in us to kill everybody, but we will see how it plays out. That was a fantastic miss. And we will take a draw on this one. If only we could have stacked one more life in there. Melee can attack from any position, as well as knockout. I feel like fire and death have the best stunners. Well, we will go with Jotun here. I believe we will put a taunt up front. We will take a giant killer and a stunner there. We will take our living lava. We primarily want him for the rust, as well as a secondary tank when our Magnor does fall. I believe we're going to take a scatter shot as well as a healer. Would really like to take another stunner in, perhaps our Spark Pixies, leaving 5 mana left on the table, but I think for the rule set, that is what we will go with. So it looks like we had somewhat similar tactics here. We will see how it plays out. Hopefully we'll get lucky and this Bloodmaker will take out their Jin Inferni in the first round. That would be phenomenal. He is a giant killer, so he will be doing double damage against Magnor. Well, that actually worked out pretty well for us. I'd say that that was a successful first round. Looks like we're going to have no problem cleaning up the rest of their team. Everybody blast, everybody has super sneak. Believe this is going to have to be a B-Kitty match. I'm going to go with life, specifically because I want shield bearer in the back. I do want my Adelaide. I also want my Jared Scar for the Bloodlust. We will take our Kraus. Believe we will take a Triage. So we've got 8 more mana left to play with. However, I actually believe we are going to take our Kinjo and switch those guys like that. That way he'll negate the blast damage, which everybody will be focused at shield bearer. We do have 2 flying cards in here for our focus. Although I did notice on the patch notes that it said that if the summoner gives the abilities to the cards are not going to count as focus, which I don't understand their reasoning behind that. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It seems like if Mylor gives everybody thorns, then all of the cards should be thorn focused. Looks like we went with extremely similar strategies here, outside of our summoners. We will see how it plays out. We do have quite a bit of magic damage, more than they're bringing, as well as a triage healer, which they did not bring. But we will have to go through the shields first. Was a nice touch for them to bring a shatter monster in. Though overall, I believe we are laying out more damage than we are taking. We will burn their one and only resurrect there. We do still have our resurrect, and we have brought down their taunt now. Believe we are going to be just fine here. Ooh, he will get that bloodlust on Jared's Scar, and that will trigger our resurrect. We will also bloodlust our Jared Scar. I think we are going to be just fine on this one. I don't believe at this point they can lay out enough damage to take down my team. That will be a double kill for our Jared Scar. And that'll wrap it up. The Byzantine Kitty is such an overpowered summoner. probably the most overpowered in the game by quite a measure right now. As we get more of the Chaos Legendaries to drop, as we sell out of Chaos, hopefully we will see some more summoners, especially ones that could at least compete with B-Kitty. So up close and personal, I believe we are going to go with Bright and Bloom here, even though apparently it will not count for our focus. Aside from that, I believe we want shieldy monsters. So I think we'll put our Chihuahua up front simply for the thorns. We will take a shield here. We'll take a snare here, which will also actually count for a flying. We will take our Deep Lurker for the demoralize. Leaves us with 6 more. Actually, I think we will go with something more like this. Let's see if we can make that work. Looks like we will be playing a Kelia here. Only a level 6 Kelia. Interesting, at the top of Diamond, someone's playing a level 6. See, and that's the big difference there is, you know, Deep Lurker's not going to demoralize, Sandworm's not going to pierce, your Disintegrator's not going to retaliate, no backfire on the Flying Squid. Hopefully this will make it a pretty easy victory for us, but you never know. You can get beat by lower cards. Although the does not look like they will get this one. $75 more rank points to champion. Hopefully we can move up to champion today. That is my plan. I want to get up to champion to start doing champion daily focuses now for the rest of this season. Everyone is a sniper. Looks like they're favoring life in that Wraith. So I think we will go with Jotun. I believe we will go with Magnor up front. We will go to our 5s and take our scatter shot. We will take away the rust. No, we will not, because that will take too much mana. We'll take a little speed, a little blind. Couple of bases shy on making him level 4. It'll be nice to get that second attack. Interesting choices there. With everyone being a sniper, everybody will be focused on his truth speaker. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. But aside from that, not being a real sturdy character, there's just not a lot of damage that's going to be coming at me round after round. That'll be one of 2 resurrects triggered. And that'll be the second resurrect triggered. And we're still in round 1. I feel like that was a poorly chosen team for 32 mana. With that much mana, you really shouldn't leave open spots on the field. But we will take the win all the same and move right along to the next one. Everybody's armored up, everybody'll be blasting. So here, I think my first instinct is to play life in this, but I'm really most afraid of magic damage. I think we're gonna go with Quicks and Death. I believe that we're just gonna take our Dark Haron and sit him up front with the taunt. Put the Revealer in the second position. That Revealer has that nice blast shield, as well as she's immune. I think we'll take our Life Sapper for the Life Leech. I believe we'll also take an opportunity and finish it off with our Shadowy Presence. This will inspire and strengthen. And run it something like that. Our Dark Haron is flying, so at least we'll get a little bit of a bonus if we win it. Looks like they were on the same page as me, as magic was the most deadly in this situation. We will see how it plays out. That cripple is really nice. That is promising. We were able to bring down their taunt first. And looks like we are laying into their team pretty good. I think this is going to be a victory for us. They did manage to get that poison, but I believe the damage to their team has already been done. And I believe that that is a wrap. Getting within a couple of battles, or a couple of wins, I should say, of reaching champion. So it looks like we're going to have Earthquake. You can play Dragon and Blue Water. So I think in this situation I'm going to go with Vera. I feel like she's an extremely underrated summoner. And I feel like the object when you're playing Vera is to hit as many possible positions on your enemy team as you can. So we're going to take a super sneak here. We were taking a opportunity as well. And it looks like we got a surrender. Frostline is another one of those cards that I feel is extremely underplayed and underrated. 2 mana for shield, void shield, notable attack, and notable armor is amazing. Paired with Kelia now as a water summoner makes it even better. So this is going to be a 19 enraged. I think we're going to try Llama in this situation. Cron the Undying, and we'll put up our failed summoner in the front. Because if it was me, I would be doing magic damage right now. Well, similar strategies. I had considered using my Merc. I really do like the Pellicor Mercenary. Fantastic card. So we should each last stand here, and we will have a Merc versus Cron. With the Enrage, we are doing the same amount of damage, though I do have one more health point. He does have the speed on me. I'm actually not sure if I can remember seeing a Lamed Merc versus a Llama Cron. I know that the Merc will beat a cube most of the times, while the Llama will not, or the Cron will not. So, I mean, I am 1 point ahead, but like I said, I'm not sure what round that's going to leave us dying on, and I may not survive the fatigue, and we may end up drawing this. It does look like I've managed to get 3 points ahead now. I may end up winning this around round 26. Alright. Well, note to self, Cron will beat a Merc. And that is it. We have unlocked our modern champion. So we will click advance. So we only burnt about 10% of our ECR to gain 200 rank points and 8 focus chests. That's actually pretty fantastic in comparison to what we're used to seeing, although I have been winning quite a lot today. I would say this is above average for me. Check the leaderboard. So it looks like I am in 20th. Is that right? So it does look like there's only been about 27 other players that have managed to reach Modern Champion League this time so far. Being that we are, 9 days into this season, that's not very many. Hopefully that means that we can either push into Champion 1 or place on the leaderboard. It's been a long time since I've placed on the Diamond or Champion leaderboards. But I think we're going to leave it there today. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the 14 new focuses that were added today. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks.